Hey, and welcome to Kutzer EDU. I'm Faith. I'm a middle school science teacher turned education technology instructor. I'm here to help educators like you feel more confident using technology tools to design lessons that will save you time while making sure your students excel in their learning. If you've ever said, I want to do more, but I'm already doing everything, you're in the right place. I'm going to show you things that I've tested in my own classroom. Today, we're going to focus on how to make your learning management system more engaging and intuitive for your students. For most of us that are in public education, we use Google Classroom as our learning management system. And Google Classroom can feel like just a boring list of stuff. I've seen way too many Google Classrooms that look like that. But they don't have to. The way that I have my learning management system set up, my students are trained so that they know when our stuff publishes, what it looks like, and exactly where to go to find it. I even have a problem where sometimes students log into our Google Classroom during other classes and work on it, and then they get to me and they've already done what we're supposed to do for the day. It causes a bit of a problem when I don't have anything else to give them, but it's a really good problem to have because they're so excited about what we're going to be learning for the day. So I'm going to show you some simple ways to make your Google Classrooms more engaging for your students while keeping it very simple for you. If you want a simple checklist to keep you on track all year in Google Classroom, check out the link to my freebie below. So let's jump in. Let's begin with modules. When you go to your topics, the best way to keep your Google Classroom organized is to use these for your modules or units, not just random categories. I recommend numbering your topics to keep it student friendly. For example, just numbering it by week with a description of what you're going to be doing that week. So if we're in week 27, we're learning about nuclear fission. That really quickly just gives my students an idea of where we are and what they should be working on. I've even seen some schools that number the assignments that they're doing, just starting with number one at the beginning of the school year. Maybe they're learning lab safety, and then as they work through the school year, they continue to number it. It makes it super easy when students don't know what assignment they're supposed to be working on. You just tell them, hey, go work on number 87. All right, next we're going to talk about how to elevate your visual appeal in your assignments. I find that a lot of students get bogged down with the really heavy topics that we're learning about, and maybe they don't know what nuclear fission is, but it can help them if we include some emojis. I like to use emojidb.org and just go and find something that's related to what we're learning for that week and paste it into our topic. Then, if kids don't know what nuclear fission is, they recognize that radiation symbol, and they're going to want to learn more about that. I also really like using Canva for banners. Tip, if you didn't know, Canva Pro is free for all educators when you use your teacher email to sign up, and you can just make special banners based off of what you're learning that week or the season, upcoming holidays, whatever's going to interest your kids. All right, next up, I want to talk about all of these different options that we have here. Hopefully, if you've been using Google Classroom, you're familiar with how to use assignments, quizzes, questions. We're going to talk about materials. This is similar to assignments, but it doesn't actually have anything for students to turn in. It just informs them. Um, you can also use the discussions function on the stream for this, but this keeps it a little bit more organized for you because you can put it underneath your topics. So you can add kind of a weekly what's happening here, kind of run through a Monday through Friday, what are you going to be doing? I like to keep this on here, and then I have some of my more organized students will come to me and say, hey, I'm going to be gone on Thursday. I noticed we have a lab scheduled that day. What can I do to make it up? If they're not that organized, they might come to you after the fact and say, I saw what we did that day. What do I need to do? This is also a really great place to post anchor charts, anything that you passed out in class that kids that are learning online or were absent that day might need to come back to. I also really like to use this for frequently asked questions. If I have something that a kid has come up and asked me, 10 different kids have come up and asked me during class, I can just post it on Google Classroom. And when they come up and ask me, I'll say, go check Google Classroom because I'm tired of telling you the same thing over and over and over again. And if you teach really any age of kids, I'm sure you have that same issue. These are really great for students that need extra clarity. I got in the habit of doing this during the pandemic because so many kids needed to leave, check back in while they were e-learning and stuff, and they missed things. All right. Most important thing you can do to make it easier on your students is to be consistent. Use the same layout or posting structure every week. Don't change it. It builds their trust in knowing where to look, and it also keeps you from having to answer the where do I find that question over and over again. Really, just a few small tweaks can make a big difference in how your students interact with your learning management system. If you want a done-for-you checklist to help you upgrade your Google Classroom, grab it for free in the link below. Thank you.